Hey, what do you say, Weekend Warriors? Welcome back. And for those of you who are new, my name's Mike. Today we're going to make up a pumpkin cheesecake with a gingerbread cookie crust. This recipe comes from a guy named Tuffy Stone. He's very well known in the barbecue world. I'll leave a link to his book where I got this. And I've made this many times before, but I've done it in my kitchen in the oven, and it turns out great. But almost everything I cook in my smoker tastes better than it does in the oven. So that's what we're doing today. And it's practice for Thanksgiving. I plan to cook this as a dessert for Thanksgiving, so we're gonna see how it turns out today. And if it turns out good, you'll know what to make. So let's get right into it. For the gingerbread cookie crust, you're gonna need 3 cups of gingerbread snap pieces. You can make these yourself, or I enjoy the convenience of just buying them. This is a really good brand. They have a strong ginger flavor to them. So we need 3 cups, and you're gonna put it into a food processor. And then you're gonna process them down until they turn into like a fine crumble. And then to that, you're gonna need 1 stick of melted butter. I'm using salted butter. It's the only salt we're gonna use in this recipe. And of course, I'm melting the butter in the smoker. So let's get this in. And then we're gonna give this a blend just until it all comes together. And that looks like it's about as far as she wants to go, which is perfect. And so from here, what we're doing, this is a 9-inch springform pan. I've got a little piece of parchment paper down here to help it from sticking, and then I'm gonna take some spray butter and just gently get these sides. And then take your ginger snap mixture and butter, get it down into the pan. And now we're gonna form the crust. So you press it out nice and even, and then you want to go about 1 inch up the side of the pan. And it does not have to be perfect. This is all going to get covered up anyways, so just do the best you can. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Again, don't worry about perfection, just get it close and we're good. So from here, we're going to put this in the smoker at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we want to bake it for 10 minutes. It's going to allow that crust to set up. We're not going to get smoke flavor. You'll get more of like a wood-fired oven flavor to this. It's just too hot to pick up a lot of smoke. So put it in, set a timer for 10 minutes. We'll get working on everything else. And that starts with 2 8-ounce packs of room temperature cream cheese. It's got to be room temperature. So let it sit out for about an hour before you get started. We'll get that in a stand mixer, and then we'll put this down, and I'm gonna mix it on like a medium speed until it gets real nice and soft and creamy. So I'll just let this go for about a minute. And to that, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar and a tablespoon of cornstarch. All right. Now we're going to put this back on a medium speed for about 2 minutes until it's all combined and smooth. All right, so that's already looking good. To that, we add 1/2 cup of sour cream. And now same thing, we'll mix that in on a low speed just for about a minute until it's combined. And in the meantime, our pie crust is done. My timer went off, so let's check that out. Pop this door open. Woo! Smoky. So there it is. It's looking good. It's kind of bubbling a little bit. So what we're going to do is take this out and let it cool completely, and then we'll be able to put our filling in when that's done. All right, now we're in the home stretch. 1 cup of pumpkin puree. This is the stuff that they sell in the can. It's over in the pie section. I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of grated nutmeg right on top of that. 1 1/4 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. 1 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. And now we'll mix this until it's nice and smooth. All right, and now the last step. We're going to add 4 large eggs. You want to do this 1 at a time. So we're going to crack, and I'm going to do it in a bowl just in case I get a shell. It's easier to take it out of the bowl than out of the mixture. So we'll add this in, and we're gonna mix it very slow until it's well combined. So I'll go about a minute per egg. Get this other one cracked off camera, and in goes the next one. So I'm gonna do that for 2 more eggs. We'll mix 1 minute per egg, and then we'll be ready to dump this into our pie crust. And now we're just about ready to fill that pie crust. What you need to do is turn your smoker down to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. My smoker doesn't have 325 as a setting, so I'm gonna go at 300. And you wanna pour some water down in your drip pan or in a foil pan so we can create some steam. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And here we go. I'm just gonna fill it up about halfway. I don't want so much that it doesn't all evaporate by the time this is done cooking, because then I've got to find some place to dump it out. So there we go. All right, here's our ginger snap crust, and here's our mixture. We're just gonna pour this right in. And let's get it in the smoker. It's gonna go in for about an hour, or until it sets up and it's just a little bit jiggly on the inside. All right, here we go. I've got it on a baking pan just in case this thing leaks. It's not gonna get all over my smoker and make a mess. So we'll let that go. We'll get the door closed. And hey, don't forget to give me a like and hit that subscribe button. Can't wait for this to get done, show you guys how it turns out. We'll be back in about an hour, I can't wait. Getting some rain today, but the cheesecake can't wait. Man, it's coming down. Had to move it under the awning. That's what we do, cooking outside. And it's been 1 hour. All that rain, pretty crazy. I had to move the smoker. Let's take a look. And it's looking good. You can see here I just tested it with my finger. Nowhere near done at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So this will probably take another hour for a 2-hour total cook time. And another reason I wanted to do a practice run is for things like this. So you see that little black splotch? That is a grease drip from the top here with all that rain. So we'll just put some whipped cream over top of that. But anyways, I'm gonna come back when this is done, probably another hour, and then we'll go from there. All right, so it took 2 hours at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, if I had a 325 degree setting, it wouldn't have taken as long. What we're looking for here, it pulled back just a little bit from the edges. It's set on top, and it's just a little bit jiggly in the center, just a little bit. So this is done. It needs to sit and cool down for 30 minutes, and then it needs to go in the refrigerator overnight. So this will be ready tomorrow, which would be Thanksgiving Day. Then you're ready to slice it, put your whipped cream topping on it, and I'll come back tomorrow to show you how it looks once it's cut up. It's gonna be awesome, smells good. All right, here it is the next morning. I just cut it, and I'm gonna have a piece for breakfast with some coffee, and I'm gonna get some whipped cream on it, just like so. And here we go. Going right after the crust. Look at that ginger snap. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that tastes really good. I'll definitely be doing this. I've got to do a better job of mixing that cream cheese. Next time you could see a couple splotches in there, but man, is that flavor good. Well, I'm gonna finish this off with some coffee. Check out one of those 2 videos right there. One of them is my very popular Thanksgiving smoked turkey video. You're gonna love it. I'll see you over there.